back for a second writing vlog. Hi. We're gonna say what we need to say really fast. I have not written a single thing since I posted my last writing vlog. So I haven't written anything recently. I've read 2 books since then. Haven't written a single word. So we're gonna change that today, and it has to change today because I have work tomorrow and Wednesday. Today's Monday. 2 things that I want to finish today. One is a short story that I started like 2 days ago, and I think I only wrote like 200 words of it so far. I've been listening to Coney Island by Taylor Swift on repeat. And often I get a lot of ideas when I listen to music, and I've had these little like fragments in my head, so I decided to start writing them down, and it's just kind of for fun and exercise, get it out of my head. Obviously I could always use it later. I could always put it in something, I could always expand on it. It could always turn into something completely new, completely different. I want to finish that today, and I also want to finish the thing that I was supposed to finish last time, the smut. I still haven't written the smut. I need to just write the smut. I just need to write it and get it over with. And that's really all I have planned. I might eat some lunch first and then make a coffee. Not the other way around, because it's gross. It's less gross if I eat lunch first and then make the coffee. I wish my making of coffee was like, could be romanticized, but I just pour the cold brew in a cup and then put almond milk in it. It's not very romantic or mystical or comforting to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna eat lunch, make some coffee, and then we'll start writing, because I already did everything else I have to do today. So let's go. Hopefully I fucking finish this time. Oh my god. Taking a tiny little break. I'm about to take a tiny break from writing. So far today I've written 1,300 words. Well, 1,318 if you want to get specific. I wrote it in quite a short amount of time. I do write really fast. I usually can write about 1,800 words in an hour, sometimes more. So I do write really fast, but I'm gonna take a little break, not because like I'm tired of writing or I feel like I can't continue, but because I think I just need to take a break and regroup. So I'm working on the short story thing. It's kind of gone somewhere that I did not plan on it going, in the sense of just like how we're getting to what I want to be getting to. Like I know where I want to end up. It was the whole middle bit that I didn't really know where I was going, but I didn't think it was gonna go the way that it's going. I think it's a structure thing. I don't know, but I feel like I'm out of my comfort zone, right? Which is great. That's great. I don't know if it's because of the writing styles that I've been reading lately. I feel like, and everything that you read impacts the way that you write, whether consciously or subconsciously, and I've spent the last 4 years being taught to read as a writer, and I think now it's something that I do subconsciously, and I pick up on things that I like, and then I try to mimic them in my own writing, whether I know it or not, and I think that's sort of what's happening here. I also think that the kind of story I have in mind, or the short story I have in mind, needs to be told this way, but I'm not used to telling a story this way. It's in the present, but there's constant vignettes of the last 3 summers. The main character knew this guy. Over the past 3 summers, she's kind of fallen in love with him, and we're in the present of the 3rd summer. Well, after the 3rd summer, it's September, and she's kind of like ruminating or reminiscing on the last 3 summers and what it's been, and versus what she wishes it had been. Yeah, because of that, because it's a short story, it's having to be told in a lot of vignettes, a lot of italicized chunks of text, which is fine. I'm just not used to writing that way. Like I said, I'm going to take a break, just a little break. Next time you see me, I probably will have wine though, because I have some from literally last week that I never finished, that I need to finish. So, see you when I see you, I guess. Now that I'm showered, caffeinated, and my desk is clean, we could actually do something. So yeah, it's literally been like a whole week. I got really busy and I just stopped writing because I was just so busy. I just didn't have time. I didn't have the mental energy. I didn't have the emotional capacity. I was not in the mood to write smut. Unfortunately, this is still where we are. If you write smut when you're not in the mood to write smut, it's not going to be good. And I stand by that 110%. For some reason, for me, when it comes to smut, if I'm not like in the groovy mood to write it, it's not being written. And the only reason I haven't finished this chapter of what I'm writing is because I haven't written the smut. The smut and the scene after the smut is what finishes the chapter. That's all I have to do. Yeah, like I said, I have to just be in the mood to write smut if I'm gonna write it. And I haven't been in the mood, so I haven't written it, obviously. But it's literally the one thing standing in the way between me and finishing this goddamn chapter. The smut saga is real. The smut saga is real. It is never ending. I'm really hoping, though, that today is the day. Because I can't do this anymore. I can't do it anymore. I'm opening the document. Document is opened, and we're going to finish the smut today. We have to. I can't do this anymore. I just can't. Lighting not great, mess on the bed not great. What is great is that the smut is done. The smut has been written. It's over with, it's done with. I wrote it. You didn't see me write it. None of those clips of writing that you saw was me writing the smut. That's not what happened. In none of those clips did the smut happen. Those were clips of me adding absolute bullshit before the smut. Granted, I think what I was writing instead of the smut was actually really important and did a lot in terms of like characterization and stuff like that, but it was not the smut. I fooled you. Really, I was fooling myself. Also, it's been 3 weeks. It's literally been 3 weeks since the last clip that you saw before this one. I should apologize, but I'm not going to. I got a job, grad school started, I got busy, and I was not in the mood to write smut. I was in the mood to live smut, not in the mood to write it. Anyway, yeah, smut has been written. The smut scene that I never thought would end has ended. I will admit it did feel a bit lazy. Like, upon finishing it, I was like, okay, the smut was a little lazy. I added moments that worked, but were definitely things that I added because I didn't want to like draw it out. But I added kind of little things here and there. And I added a lot of like emotional stuff. Like, there's a lot of internal monologue during the smut to kind of get myself out of having to write physical smut, because I just didn't want to. Even after a bottle of wine last night, I didn't want to write it. But we pushed through. We got there in the end. We got there eventually. And I can move on now. I can move on to bigger and better scenes. Hopefully the next time smut comes up in this work in progress, it'll go better. It has to, because it's coming up soon. There is I write a lot of smut. Some of it gets cut out, some of it doesn't. But I write a lot of it. The smut is done. The smut saga is over for now. I'm sure we will encounter another one in probably like a week. I could finally finish this fucking video. You can finally see this fucking video. I love that for me. Happy sex life to my characters, I guess. Anyway,